This is a question that many Walking Dead viewers debate. Who is more evil, Negan or the governor? Let's start off by looking at the definition of evil. Profoundly immoral and malevolent. Both characters fit this description, so we're going to have to go deeper. Negan and the governor both try and mark their territories. The way Negan does it, he brutally smashes a couple heads in and makes everybody watch. Then he comes and takes half your things every week or more. The governor was relaxed when he found out about the prison. He plays it cool and says if they get close, we'll deal with them. He even has a sit-down conversation with Rick, to which they discuss some possible solutions to their problems. Rick has never had a morally decent conversation with Negan until the season 8 finale, and even then, they were covered in blood and could barely walk. The only times they spoke was when Rick would threat him in the middle of the battle. You may think that I'm saying Negan is more evil, but actually, I think the governor was more evil. Why? Because of character development and character reveal. As time went on in season 3 and 4, we learned so much more about the governor. Negan never changed throughout his time as a villain. He had a hell of an entrance that made everybody piss their pants, as Negan would say. His entrance in The Walking Dead was one of the most adrenaline-filled moments in television history. It had me at the edge of my seat, scared shitlessly for my favorite characters that I've been watching for the past 6 years. We had to wait 7 months to find out who we killed, but it was still truly terrifying. Spoiler alert, but seeing fan-favorite characters Abraham and Glenn get their heads bashed in was hard to watch. Many people even complained that the deaths were way too brutal, resulting in AMC to tone down the gore. Negan's entrance is what made him seem like the greatest villain in television history, but it kinda stopped there. As we were watching the governor, we learned more chilling secrets about him that makes him so much more terrifying. For example, his little room where he keeps decapitated heads and he sits down drinking liquor and watches them. I mean, that is super creepy. Negan was trying to implement a new world order while the governor was straight up broken. He also kept his walker-turned-daughter in a cage, which clearly shows that he was a broken man, and once Michonne killed his daughter, he turned into a whole new monster. Michonne is one of the factors that fueled the governor's rage. This is also one of the things that makes the governor different than Negan. The governor was like a ticking time bomb. As things didn't go his way, he became more angry and more frightening. Negan was more laid back, as he had an army of people to do his things for him. The best way I can put this is that Negan was not hateful, the governor was. I'm not sure about others, but I was more terrified of Simon than I was of Negan. Simon had this outrage inside of him that we saw towards the end of season 8. He did what the governor sort of did. Negan never brought people to wipe out a whole community. Negan even got mad at Simon for what he did to the boys and men in Oceanside. He only brings people to back him up in case things hit the fan like it did in the season 7 finale. Negan always has to be the man of the hour and almost throws a performance every time he has to confront Rick and co. Once the governor had enough, he just wanted to kill. He did not care what people had to think of him. He had the idea that everyone at the prison must die, and he did everything in his power to make that happen. A perfect example of this is when that resident at Woodbury got bit and was crying for help. With everyone watching, he walked up to the man, shot him, and walked off. No sympathy. He did not care what his people thought of him. Hell, he even killed all of his people. Could you get any more evil than that? After failing to kill people at the prison, the governor started firing at his own people, killing dozens in the middle of the road. Yes, Negan killed his own men too, but he does it when they break a rule. The governor lost his shit and took it out on his people. Negan was just trying to make a law in the messed up world that they live in. In order to do that, he had to do things that other people wouldn't. I'm not saying Negan is a good person, because he isn't. He's just not as evil as the governor. The governor did extra things that really shows himself as a sick, broken villain. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who portrays Negan, is a very charismatic actor who brought sort of a fun side to Negan, a goofy guy who always seems like he's having fun. Negan is always throwing around jokes, so it's very hard to take him serious. This fun side of Negan wasn't very noticeable in the comics. Many TV fans of the show really fell in love with Negan, while many comic book readers thought he was not as good as he could be. David Morrissey's The Governor was written in a very grim way. He barely smiled. He had little smirks, but he always seemed calm, too calm. We knew the governor was hiding something the moment we met him, and as time went on, we saw the governor become a monster. Although I believe the governor is more evil, there are some similarities between the two of them as well. Both the governor and Negan will not allow people to leave their communities. If they ran away, they would send people to go after them. They also took the lead of groups that were already established. In season 4, the governor took over a group he met that included his old friend Martinez, and if you have read the Here's Negan comic book series, it shows that Negan took over a group he met on the road. The interesting thing is that both Negan and the governor had to kill the leaders of these groups in order to take charge. The governor killed Martinez, and Negan killed the leader of the old group with his very first Lucille kill. So overall, both these men are evil, but evil is subjective, so there will never be a 100% correct answer. Some people even think Rick is the evil one of The Walking Dead, but let me know who you guys think is more evil in the the comments down below. And I hope you guys did enjoy this video essay, and if you would like more videos like this in the future, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching. It's been All Things Film, and until next time, peace.